Hi, welcome to the award-winning Ed Brown Show. And what we're trying to do, we're going to have something extra special here. We got our #1 reporter, Edwanda Larkin, here bringing a report concerning the Bowie State University. And she's also here with our special guest, Chris Brown. And he is the regional account director of Fruto. Is that right? Did I mess it up?
Fertile.
Fertile.
Pretty
and
close.
This is something that's very unique that you need to talk about funding. Most of our schools need some kind of funding, innovative funding, and Chris Brown here has an innovating funding for the schools of the whole United States, not just this area. Hey, welcome to the Ed Brown Show, Chris. And it's a pleasure to have you and Edwanda here.
It's good
once
to be
again,
here.
Edwanda's bringing good news to the Ed Brown Show. But we're going to get into that and later, and also we want to first talk about this organization that you have that helps to relieve some of the funding and get parents involved in it.
You're absolutely right, Ed. First of all, thank you for having me. And you're right, it is a very innovative idea. I'm with a company called Fertile that is helping to bring funding to schools and organizations by using the tools of the internet, which we all use now. Basically, the way that Fertile works is that the schools have a link on their website where parents or the community or relatives around the country can start at the school's website, their normal internet shopping. We all do our shopping, some form of shopping over the internet with major vendors. We might buy plane tickets or travel plans, reservations.
For the different projects that they have in the schools.
Exactly. Well, people are going to shop over the internet anyway, so now this money, this cash back is what it is, will come back to the school for doing what they normally do anyway. Via the internet. And our company, as you mentioned, is very innovative and actually visionary to sort of model some of the other cash back programs that are being done commercially, but to make it more effective for schools and to get the money back to help our children. Every school district that I've talked to has funding problems, whether it be for teachers.
Everybody has funding. even households have funding problems.
That's true. We all do. We all do.
Now, Mr. Brown, I'm in the school system.
Okay.
I'm an educator. Now, how would this Fertile be productive for my school system? How can we get into it, and how can we be successful from this new program?
Sure, good question, Edwina. I think it's in terms of getting into it, it's very simple. It's an online registration. I think the biggest leeriness that some people have is to realize that it's free. It's a free program for schools. It does not cost the school anything. You don't have to do anything extra. We do all of the work. We set up the link on your website. All the school has to do is promote it. Let the parents know, let the community know, let the PTA know that here's a program that can raise money for the school. We do all of the work on the back end by bringing in we have over 150 vendors on the internet now that are what's called affiliates that will give anywhere from 1% to 7% cash back for the purchases that people are going to make via the internet. That money comes back to Fertile, and we share that with the school in a check that you receive every month.
Okay, now my second question would be security. How secure, because parents, we're going to want to know, you know, giving your personal information out over the internet, how secure is this site?
Sure. There's actually two focuses on that. I think from an administrative standpoint, schools are concerned that I'm bringing people through my school's website. Well, all that they're going to do is come to the school's main page and click on Fertile and go to our servers, which are encrypted and secure without getting too technical. Our servers are secured. And then when you go to the major vendors that you would normally shop from, they also have another layer of security. So there's actually 2 layers of security that are involved in the parents' purchases or friends' purchases. We also will not link to any type of vendor that's selling anything that's going to be questionable in nature, be that pornographic, be that anything that is questionable will not be linked to, it will not have an affiliate relationship with them. So the security level, 2 layers of security, and just like you purchase things now via the internet, your own vendor, the major vendors will have their layers of security as well. So we're very secure.
Okay, so how much my school system would reap would depend upon how much is purchased.
Correct.
From the, okay.
Correct. And that we actually did some interesting statistics. Nationally, about 68% of the population shops online. Now that might be more or less depending on where we live, and certainly if folks have access to the internet. But they're estimating that about $156 billion will be spent on the internet shopping next year. That's about $1,200 per online shopper. Now that might be, obviously that could be more or less depending on the school, depending on the system. But if the average school, and we kind of took an average of about 700 students, which has about 500 families, if we use the national average, that's about $34,000 of online purchasing, plane tickets, commodities, products, Christmas shopping.
You know, all of these things are associated with the school's programs.
Right. I mean, well, the money will be associated with schools' programs.
So my system would almost triple, because we have close to 2,000 students.
It could.
There.
Using the example there of just the average 700,
Yeah.
we figured about $1,000 a month would come back to a school for a 700 body school that was shopping normally about the average of the students. So if your school is obviously a lot more, depending on how much, all the school has to do is publicize. Tell the students, tell the parents, tell the local community, support your school by doing what you normally do anyway.
And that there's no stipulations on the money they could be allocated to whatever the system decided.
That's your school's money to use for teachers' salary, to use for sporting events, to use for clubs, whatever the school chooses to do. The check is made out to
fundraising.
Yeah, so this program would be better than a pizza fundraiser or a cookie dough fundraiser. You know, we've been doing for years and years and years. Candy,
and not to knock any of those those fundraisers. I think they've done well, but here you're telling the parents that they're going to do what they normally do anyway, and that's buy a plane ticket or shop, for presents via the internet. But yes, it could potentially replace some of those types of fundraisers, or certainly supplement those fundraisers in terms of bringing in more money for the school through their own funding portal or their Fertile.
Okay, now if we wanted to tell our audience, because there are principals out there and school teachers and supervisors, how would they get started in a program such as this?
It's very simple. I think we're going to let them know at the end of the show my contact information, but they can easily start at our website and sign up. They can use my name.
What is that website?
That website is or they can contact me. I'd be more than happy to come out and give a short presentation. I think once they see the presentation, or once they understand the concept that I'm going to get cash back from the internet just by shopping like I normally do, any check that we send you is going to be more than what you have gotten by not
What's
shopping
the phone
via the
number?
internet.
You gave the internet. Give the phone number.
Sure.
Now, in order to be introduced to this program, do you have to get an invitation from the school, or do you work individual schools, or do you work through the Board of Education of the area that you're operating in?
Good question. I'm using as many approaches as I can. I do know some school board members that I've approached. I know some principals personally that I've approached. I know some teachers, some PTA members. My children are in a school, and I've gone through their PTA. So there are many different facets of getting into the school. So
great. Fantastic.
Anyone that hears this that's a principal or a parent that says, hey, I just heard of a fantastic visionary fundraising event, or fundraising tool that we can use for our school, can certainly bring that information, help bring that information to the school board or principal, or any layer of any level of the organization.
And there's no restrictions as far as qualifying for this?
No, there isn't. I mean, it can be a high school, a grade school, a college, community college, university. We're really kicking things off on the East Coast. We've got about, as I said, we launched last month.